Okay, good evening, everyone. I wanted to welcome you to the Painesville Township Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. As you can see by calling in, we're still meeting virtually in respect for the coronavirus mandates for the state of Ohio. Hopefully in the not too near future, we'll be able to meet in person, but tonight we'll do it virtually again. Typically at this point, at the beginning of the meeting, we would do the Pledge of Allegiance, but since we're all on virtual, I'm going to move past that to the roll call. I would like, Rachel, could you call the roll of the trustees on the board?
Okay, Dave Zara.
Here.
Ken Sullivan.
Here.
Randy Van Buren.
Here.
Okay, Dave Lindros, who is not here, and Tom Hill, who is also not here.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. We do have a quorum of 3, and I misspoke. Didn't mean the trustees. I meant the Board of Zoning Appeals members. We didn't get a promotion this evening. Okay. Okay, so we have the roll call. We do have a quorum. We only have one case on the agenda for tonight. It's Boyd's Auto Service case. I believe we may have that. I'm going to turn this over to our legal counsel, and I'm going to ask Jeremy if you could swear in any member who wishes to speak this evening.
Okay, I will do that. And just to give you a quick rundown of the reason for the swearing in, this is a quasi-judicial proceeding, and any decisions that are made here today can be appealed to the Court of Common Pleas in Lake County. And for that reason, we need to have a true and accurate record. That true and accurate record would be used in any appeals process. So in order to do that, I'm going to ask anybody who is going to be testifying on behalf of or against the cases tonight that you raise your right hand and answer a question about truthfulness. So I'll ask everybody who is here to speak on behalf of Boyd's Auto Service or to speak against Boyd's Auto Service to please raise your right hand. And do you swear that everything you are about to say tonight and all the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, and could you state your name for the record?
Timothy Boyd.
Okay, and you're speaking on behalf of Boyd's Auto Service?
Correct.
Okay. Anyone else on here speaking on behalf of Boyd's Auto Service? Anyone speaking against? Okay, I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeremy. Okay, what I'd like to do at this point is ask Rachel, could you read case 20BZA-27 into the record, please?
Okay, applicant Boyd's Auto Service submitted a conditional use application for property located at 500 Lakeshore Boulevard for automobile service. The proposed use includes scheduled maintenance, wheel alignments, brake repair, comprehensive engine, and transmission repair.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. And I find that our zoning inspector acted according to our rules, that bringing this before the board for a conditional use permit is the right way to proceed. So with that, I would like anyone who would like to speak in favor of this. I guess, Mr. Boyd, could you tell us a little bit more about your plans, what you like to do?
Well, we're in business in Grand River right down the street. We're looking to expand. We do all types of mechanical auto repair, and basically just looking for a space to grow into.
Okay, we have your application in front of us, so I understand it. You're looking to move down the road just a bit into a space for just so you can to grow for expansion purposes. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very good. And I see the hours of operation that you've listed were 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Correct.
Monday to Friday. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. questions from any of the board members? Ken, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Hear me now? Okay. Any feel how many vehicles you would have on premise at any given time?
I would have to say between 8 and 10. Usually there's no more than 3 to 4 overnight.
Yes, because normally with the conditional use permit, we'll usually limit the number of vehicles that can be on hand.
Okay.
So would 10 be adequate?
Yes.
In the in the write-up, it said that if vehicles will be there for any length of time, it says that you would be parking them in the rear of the building. Is that accurate?
Yes.
So does that mean like overnight they would be parked back there?
Yes. The only time there will be vehicles parked up front is customers dropping off or picking up. Anything other than that, they'll be parked either inside the shop or in the rear of the building.
Okay.
Rich, do you have any concerns that we should address in our conditional use?
Frankly, I don't know too awful much about this case, but it is the typical automotive repair that is allowed in a B3 district. No body work. I haven't heard any mention of any body work happening on premises.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, it fits. It's required to have a conditional use permit. I think the hours of operation sound reasonable. In all probability, if Mr. Boyd is correct and this offers the opportunity to expand his operation, I would expect we would see a few more cars than what has been discussed tonight on the property. But if they're basically going to be stored overnight behind the building, maybe we won't see them.
Yes, I'll do my best so no vehicles are seen from Lakeshore Boulevard.
Okay. Then another question is, you mentioned Monday through Friday. Do you have any opportunity or thoughts about any weekend hours, like on a Saturday? Do you see yourself needing any Saturday hours, for example?
We might eventually go to Saturday hours. If we were to do that, the hours would probably be 9 to 1 p.m., just a short day.
The reason I ask is when we vote on the conditional use, we would typically put in some conditions. And so if you would want for us to include not just Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., but on occasion, Saturday hours from, what'd you say, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.?
Yeah, that would be great if we can include the Saturday hours just in case we do go to Saturdays.
Okay, we can do that. Any other questions or thoughts, Ken or Randy or Rich?
No, for me.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, very good. Then I'd like to ask if either Ken or Randy would like to propose a motion, and then with any conditions that we would want to include. And before I do that, there's one other question. I'm sorry, Ken. I'm sorry. I did have a question for Mr. Boyd. When we issue conditional use permits, typically it's for a period between 1 to 5 years, so we have the ability to do that. Do you have a preference how we would do that? We can, like I said, we can go up to 5 years on you before you'd have to come back to reapply.
Yes, I'd like to go for the 5 years if possible.
Okay. Sorry, Ken.
Okay, no problem. All right, I would like to make a motion to approve the conditional use application case number 20 BZA 27 for a period of 5 years with the conditions that the business be allowed to operate Monday through Friday on hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That there will be no more than 10 vehicles stored or on premise, and that any overnight vehicles will be stored behind the building.
Okay. Thank you, Ken.
That's
Randy?
pretty much what I have.
Okay.
This is Randy. I will second that motion.
Okay, it's moved in second. Any other discussion on the motion? Okay, Rachel, could I ask you to call the vote?
Okay, Ken,
Yes.
Randy,
Yes.
and Dave.
Yes. Okay, so the motion's been approved. So the conditional use permit is approved. Now, Mr. Boyd, when would you like to begin? What's your timing look like?
I'd like to begin by the end of this month.
Okay. The reason I ask is typically the motions that we make, in this case, this evening, would not take effect until we vote on the minutes at our next meeting. But we have the ability to do what we call journalize the decision, which we can do that tonight, which would, if it were to pass, then you would be eligible to begin immediately.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Okay,
Okay,
can I have a
thank you.
motion? Sure.
Yeah, Ken, I'll make a motion to journalize 20 BZA 27.
I will second.
Okay, great. Rachel, could you call the vote, please?
Okay, Randy,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, it's been journalized, so you're good to go. Mr. Boyd, thank you so much. Good, congratulations, and welcome to the township, and good luck in your new business.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. We're almost done. We have no other items on the agenda. So I'm gonna move that we go to the regular meeting part of the agenda. First item of business is to acknowledge minutes. Now we have minutes from 2 previous meetings. The first was our regular meeting on September 8th, and then we had a special meeting on September the 14th. I trust everybody's had a chance to look at those. And before I call for a vote, any questions or thoughts on the minutes themselves? Hey, Jeremy, is there any problem if I just ask for a motion to approve both minutes at the same time?
No, that would be fine.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve minutes, please?
I have a question for Jeremy.
Yep. Yes.
I think Mr. Sullivan cut out just a bit here.
Yeah, he looks frozen.
I will. The second meeting. Am I able to vote to approve those? Okay, Jeremy, my question is, I was not at attending the second meeting of September. Am I allowed to vote on the approval of those minutes?
Technically, no, since you weren't at the meeting. So why don't we do them both separately and have 2 separate votes on the September 8th and September 14th?
Okay. Well, we won't have a quorum to vote on the second meeting since there's only 3 of us, but we can certainly vote on the first meeting.
Okay, then let's just do the September 8th minutes, and we can vote on the September 14th minutes next meeting.
Very good. Okay. Perfect. Ken, would you like to make a motion on the first meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of September, from the meeting of September 8th, 2020.
I will second that meeting. This is Randy.
Great.
Second that motion. This is Randy.
All right, so moved and seconded. Rachel, can you call the vote, please?
Okay. Dave,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Randy.
Yes.
Okay.
And make sure to make a note that we'll vote on the September 4th or September 14th minutes next meeting.
Okay.
Well, you know, I just noticed something. I'm looking at the minutes from September 8th, and it said the folks that were present were Tom Hill, myself, and Ken. I have Randy and Dave listed as absent.
Oh.
You know
Oh,
what?
did
That
I?
is correct. You are right. I did not catch that. You're right, David.
Yeah, no worries. So
Oh,
Jeremy,
okay.
yeah, so what would your guidance be on that, Jerry? Should we just, Jeremy, rather?
Were there any things that we passed in those that weren't journalized?
Let's see. 16 was journalized.
On September 14th,
Or
there was just the a denial of a conditional use permit or withdrawal.
Okay.
Harley, what did we do with
Yeah,
that case? Was that denied?
yeah, the special meeting, that was withdrawn.
Right.
Yep.
Then what was which was withdrawn?
So both were withdrawn.
Oh,
The
okay.
second was withdrawn at the very last minute, but the attorney for the client had shown up and just asked general questions that were really more appropriate to ask the zoning office separately, but he showed up at the BZA meeting and inquired about the use and what his applicant was applying for.
I asked just because he knew Jason was going to be there, and Jason's his buddy.
So we don't have anything that's waiting on approval for the minutes to be passed?
No.
Oh,
Okay. Then I would say hold both of them off till next meeting, and hopefully we have enough people to vote on them.
okay.
All right.
That makes sense.
No,
So
no, wait a minute. Hold both off. September 8th, who all was present?
Tom Hill, myself, and Ken.
So Randy wasn't at that one.
Oh,
Randy and Dave Lindros weren't at that meeting.
okay. Okay. So both meetings, we didn't have the same quorum that we have tonight.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for that question, Ken. And yeah, so we'll, do we need to, since we took a vote on the one meeting, does that matter? Do we need to do anything to reconcile that, Jeremy, or are we just good to go?
No, Rachel, just make a note in there that we didn't finalize that vote.
Okay. All right, very good.
So then both September 8th and September 14th were from the next meeting, from the November meeting.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Moving on to old business. Is there any old business? Any new business? Rich, anything looking like it's coming up for next month?
We never know till the last minute anymore. I'm not aware of anything that looks imminent right now.
I have a conditional, or no. I have a variance request sitting on my desk, and I believe that's it. It's a variance request for an oversized accessory structure on Hickory Hill.
On where?
Hickory Hill, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so maybe we'll be together. Anything else? Any other new business? Okay, then if not, then thanks everyone for dialing in. Hope you have a good rest of the evening and rest of the week, and we'll see you most likely in a month. And with that, I'll adjourn our meeting.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.